Xin chào. Morning, everyone. My name's Andrew Wafaa, and I'll be talking about how you can get the benefits of working on ARM and help with your ARM hacking. So, quick overview of who I am. As I said, Andrew Wafaa. I head up ARM's open source program office. I look after our upstream interactions, community engagements, such like. I also wear many, many hats, as you can see here. I'm on the UXL Foundation, so Gudong was talking about accelerators. That's all about accelerators. I sit in the Zen project for hypervisor. I'm on the steering committee at Linaro and FreeBSD Foundation, as well as chairman of the Octo project. And I also am the chairman of Open UK. So, how many people know about ARM? Does anyone? No? So we've got a couple. Cool. So just in case you don't know who ARM is, we're a semiconductor design company. We don't make anything. We come up with IP and ideas, and we get paid for those ideas, which is brilliant. But our technology and our designs have been in over 270 billion devices now. There's over about 33 billion that have been shipped to date this year. There's over 15 million people developing on ARM in one shape or another. So ARM in Vietnam, at the end of last year, our education and university team hosted a delegation from the Vietnamese education organization, and pleased to say that we have signed an agreement with the Vietnamese government to join the Semiconductor Education Alliance. What does that mean? It means we're building a future on ARM in Vietnam. And so we're very pleased to see that hopefully in the very near future, the curriculum for computer science and other things will be based on ARM, or at least have ARM included. So first stop when you want to start developing on ARM, whether it be from a hardware or a software perspective, is our developer hub. That is, we've spent a lot of time and effort redesigning how we can actually get information into the hands of developers. And so we've created the hub here to help collate all of that. It's very simple. It's, what's the area that you want to develop on? You go there. You've got videos from ARM experts, both internal and external. You can find out where next ARM-based event is, etc. And there's also some training modules available. Some of that is free. As part of the developer hub, if you want to work out, okay, I want to develop on X, how do I do that? Does that software work? We've just launched our ecosystem dashboard, which you can get to from the developer hub there. And that actually lists all various softwares, what the earliest version that supports ARM is, what's the status. There's commercial products, there's open source products, so you can actually find out early on as to how much work are you going to have to do to actually get something working. As part of that, we also have our developer program. We strongly encourage you to participate in the developer program. It's relatively lightweight. It is a program based around Discord server where we have our staff from ARM, we have staff from our partners, we have ambassadors, and we have regular, everyday developers out there, all participating, and there are a number of meetups and such like there. And get on board, You can get some nice swag and other bits, but it's a great place to actually find other people that are working on the ARM platforms. You want to say you're working on Kubernetes. What's the best platform to use for Kubernetes? You can find out there. What are the various quirks or differences that may arise? You'll find out very easily, and you can have a nice social conversation with somebody and actually build a community around what you're trying to do. Pretty sure somebody's tried it, so learn from them, and that'll help you move forward. As part of the developer program, we've created something called learning paths, where it's a GitHub-based web content. So we've got, as you can see, a number of topics, and you're actually able to edit and provide pull requests if you find mistake or issues. If you've got questions, it feeds back into the developer program, and so you can actually learn. You can contribute if you found a way of doing something that is not listed there. You can create a learning path. You can submit that, and that helps the whole community ultimately at the end of the day. So we've recently released a new product called Performance Studio. One of the complaints that we've heard from developers, both large-scale companies and individuals, was there's no real tooling to analyze performance of your software stack. How can we make sure that we can get the claims that ARM is making on how good our hardware is, right? And so Performance Studio came out. It's a suite of tools, effectively, where you've got targeting CPUs and GPUs. It's primarily designed for application developers, not low-level hardware developers or firmware developers. And it's free, completely free. We're not going to ask you for any money. You can download it from the Developer Hub. So it may seem familiar if you install it, because it is. We used our mobile studio as the basis for it. For those that don't know, ARM's primary market segment has been mobile for quite some time. Over 90% of phones run our designs, and same with tablets. And so we had a tool set for that segment, and we've expanded that. We've added Frame Advisor for more graphics aspects, and then as well as RenderDoc. And we've ensured that it's not just focused on the likes of Android, but general purpose Linux as well. So workflow is a fairly standard performance analysis workflow of monitoring your work, load, see what's happening, getting the reports of what's actually happening, what's failing, what's not meeting what the triggers that you thought you needed, that then allows you to ultimately optimize that workload. So as part of Performance Studio, we've got Streamline. And as part of the Streamline suite, there's the Performance Advisor. So help with profiling for, or automating your profiling, should I say. And then the reports that get generated are designed for monitoring what you're doing. And then you can actually quickly and easily digest what's coming out of those reports, so you can respond quicker to that. We've also got the sampling profiler piece to the Streamline toolset. See what's happening with the CPU, see what's happening with the GPU, and see how they're both interacting. If you've got workload that's moving from one to the other, or having to call on one of the other processing units, you can see that in real time. Relatively low overhead for both your CPU and your GPU. With any profiling, there is going to be some form of overhead, but we've kept this to a minimum. And so with that, you can actually see clearly what's going on when, what's triggering things, and just help move things along. So Frame Advisor is the new addition, and this is focused primarily on the graphics side. There are more and more platforms coming out based on ARM with multiple types of GPUs now. So my machine here is Lenovo X13S. It's an ARM-based platform running Qualcomm chipset. There's some new platforms coming out from Lenovo, Dell, and HP. And there's going to be more different chipsets there. Qualcomm, there's MediaTek, there's talk of NVIDIA, there's talk of a number of others. So hopefully that market will change. Microsoft also have their own Surface Pro platform. It's so this way you can actually see what's going on. Performance Studio is a relatively, or should I say, Frame Advisor is a relatively new component, and so we are keen to hear back from users as to what's working, what's not working, what's missing, what would you like to see, how do you use things, etc. So please email us at performancestudio@arm.com. We'd be super keen to get your feedback. As part of that, we've added RenderDoc. RenderDoc is widely used within the industry from a graphics debugger perspective. It's got full Vulkan support now. We've ensured that it works well on ARM and targets our GPUs as well. We're trying to be good citizens with upstream. There are going to be times when upstream RenderDoc can't accept some of our changes for either licensing issues or whatever else, or they just don't want to because it's too specific to a particular problem and it's not in the maintainer's roadmap. And so that's, we will be pushing as much as we can upstream. There will be some things that will have to remain downstream, but it's all going to be accessible through Performance Studio. And again, Performance Studio is free. We're not charging anything for that. And Mali is ARM's family of GPUs. And so we've got the offline compiler there, providing shader, syntax, and performance aspects. So just to reiterate, you can get Performance Studio from developer.arm.com, and we'd love to hear feedback on how you're finding it, etc. So drop Performance Studio at arm.com. An email. So I think I may have tried to recoup some time a little bit too quickly there. So any questions? Yes.